Joining me on the line for more insight into key drivers of this result is the CEO, Ulay Pilani. He joins us from Bangalore in India. Thank you so much, Mr. Pilani, for joining us. And of course, we spoke not too long ago about your first full-year results, and they seem quite positive, but now we're seeing a little pressure, definitely on the profit side. Can you just talk us through some of the pressure points?
Thank you, Ulay, for having me online. This is quite simple to explain. The international prices of CPO have dropped drastically, due to which our biological asset valuation, as per IFRS, has had a negative impact. Now, this in no way affects the working of the company or the actual cash profitability. Now, if you file the report as per IFRS, we had to take a hit of 453 million on the biological asset revaluation,
right,
due to the drop of the CPO prices in the international market.
Right.
But if you go as per the Nigerian GAAP system, we actually made more money than this first quarter last year.
Oh, I see. Okay, so what are your expectations, though, for those prices? Do you expect a rebound? What are your broad expectations?
Well, the prices are at a historically low point, so I see them rebounding anytime now. That is what the forecast is also coming from various quarters. We are monitoring the situation closely.
Right. And so
at this price point, a lot of your biofuel manufacturers will start picking up palm oil and start converting into biodiesel.
Right.
I would expect the prices to start firming up. It is because of the season and high inventories in Malaysia and Indonesia that the prices have dropped down.
So if I understand you correctly, if we see a rebound in those prices, then we'll see another revaluation, and then we could see it as something like a right back to profits going forward. Is that what I'm getting from you?
Exactly. That is what happens. See, even a $20 drop, it has resulted in this 453 million drop in the asset valuation,
right,
which is biological asset valuation. It's not real. It is something that is calculated over the entire period of time. The life of the tree is calculated. The mature hectares are calculated. So
right,
I would not be very surprised if the prices move up slightly by $50 or $60, which they should. This write-off that we have done in the first quarter will automatically jump back in, and you'll have figures again.
All right, so we'll see how that plays out. But of course, on the top line, we're seeing pressure there. So it implies that you're probably not selling less than you did in the first quarter of last year. Can you just talk us through the dynamics there?
Yes, we have had lower sales than the first quarter last year because we did not sell any CPO. In the first quarter last year, we sold about 350 million naira worth of CPO, crude palm oil. This year, we haven't sold any. And that is the reason why you're seeing that gap towards the turnover.
Right.
We believe that we make more margins out of refined, and since we are the only ones who are fully integrated, we want to take advantage of our refinery and improve bottom line.
All right.
So that's what I was saying. With the lower turnover than the same period last year, we are in fact having a higher margin, higher bottom line as per GAAP figures. But due to this write-off occurring on account of IFRS, we are showing a lower figure.
All right. So what about the impacts of weather, though? I've heard in the past that weather can have a major impact on production for most agri producers, particularly palm oil producers. So can you just talk us through the impacts that, the kind of weather you're seeing this year and your expectations going forward?
The weather has been excellent. In fact, our fruit output, if you will allow me, has been higher than at any time in Presco's history. So in the first quarter, we have actually harvested more fruit than we did in 5 months of last year. So the weather has been excellent for us, and hence everybody has got more palm oil. As we speak, I have about 9,000 tons of palm oil in my tank. Now, by the time I sell that and realize value for that, you will see the figures changing drastically.
All right, we'll see how it plays out. Thank you so much. Ulay Pilani is the CEO of Presco, giving us some insights, valuable insight into the company's first quarter numbers.